Good evening. My name is Charles Haggerty, and I'm coming from CH Steel, and I'm proposing a move from Florida to Indiana. Steel is a natural resource that we find all around us, in cars, buildings, tons of different things. Due to different tariff restrictions, the U.S. steel market may be experiencing a rise in the coming years. In order to capitalize that, I will be proposing a move from Florida to Indiana. So this presentation will be looking at a relocation to Indiana from Florida. The different factors are the demographics, the taxes, and the staffing costs. We'll be looking at Indiana's competitive tax rates and the stable workforce that Indiana provides, specifically in the steel industry. And we will also be looking at the reduced costs for moving to Indiana and the improved growth. So the demographics, why is it important? It's important to know who you have working for you in order to be able to explain how you can grow as a company. Indiana has experienced a growth in the Hispanic population, and here in South Florida, in our steel industry, there are a lot of Hispanics working there that we will be having to relocate, so that's beneficial for us. Although Florida still does have a larger Hispanic population than Indiana, Indiana's workforce is specifically skilled in the steel industry. Indiana is known for their steel mills, and that's why I think it would be a good move for us. So it's important to have a diverse labor pool so that you can get different opinions from different people, and these different factors will support CH Steel's stability and will allow them to grow. So from here, I have a chart that will explain the population growth from Indiana as well as Florida from the year 2000 to 2022. And you'll see Florida's population is much larger than Indiana's, and that'll help our company because due to Indiana having a lower population, the cost of living for our employees will be much lower. So the tax environment in Indiana compared to Florida. Indiana has a corporate tax rate of 4.9, and Florida has a corporate tax rate of 5.5. That doesn't sound like a big difference, but when you're dealing with a big steel mill and 400 plus employees, it can make a large difference. Indiana also offers the EDGE program, which stands for the Economic Development for a Growing Economy. And basically that ensures that businesses that invest in Indiana are offered refundable tax credits, which could be a big help to CH Steel's growth in the coming years. And those tax credits are based on the numbers of jobs that the company creates within Indiana. And so here we just have a chart going over the different corporate tax rates in all the different states, and you can see Florida at 5.5 and Indiana at 4.9. So the staffing cost comparisons. Indiana's staffing costs would be much lower than Florida's. Indiana's average salary is $23.31 per hour, and Florida's is $26.61. Lower wages would lead to a reduced operational cost, which would allow our business to be more profitable. It also would allow us to hire more skilled workers because we don't have to charge them as much. So here I have a graph that explains the steel shipments in tons in the U.S. And as you can see, since 1980 to 2020, it's been growing significantly. And I think with the tariffs that we have going on, I think that will continue to grow. And that's why I believe right now is a great time for us to relocate to Indiana. So the risks of relocation. Relocation involves high upfront costs and obviously real estate, extremely expensive equipment, and we're going to take a hit at the beginning, but through time I believe that CH Steel will experience much growth. We could offer our more skilled workers relocation packages and try to get them to move to Indiana for us. It will cost obviously more in the short term, but we're looking at the long-term liquidity here. And it could affect some client relationships, but the majority of our clients get their steel shipped to them, so I don't think that relocation would be much of a problem for them. And like I said before, the short-term losses are nothing compared to the long-term gains that CH Steel will be experiencing from this relocation. And finally, Indiana offers the tax incentives and the lower staffing costs. The tax system will support us long-term. Indiana has a skilled labor force due to the fact that they are known for their steel mills. And CH Steel will greatly benefit from the reduced operational costs. And the relocation will support our long-term profitability, and that's why I recommend moving CH Steel's headquarters from Florida to Indiana.
Your time is 6:51. And a couple of questions, please.
Oh, yeah.
How would like transportation, like of the steel, would it be like through cargo, like on the freight trains, or?
Yeah, we do most of our transportation within the U.S. would be through trucking.
Now, what's the diversification within the company?
The diversification within the company, well, here in South Florida currently, our diversification, we have a large Hispanic population, and that's why I mentioned earlier in my slides that Indiana's Hispanic population is growing, and that's why it would be beneficial for us because we have many skilled employees that we would like to relocate to Indiana, and I think that would be a lot more appealing due to the fact that they have a growing Hispanic population.
And do you have like the percentages by chance or not?
The percentages for what, the Hispanic population?
Hispanic, white, diversification in it.
I mean, so I had the percentage of the group, it's grown 71% since 2000 to 2023, but Florida still has a larger.
Thank you.
Thank you.